Kind of an impromptu live stream here. I know. Didn't announce it, really. I mean, I did kind of announce it in Discord. Didn't put up a post on the forum or anything like that. But we'll let y'all kind of filter in here, hopefully. Folks join us. If they do, great. If they don't, then I'll export it to YouTube and you guys can watch it at your own leisure. L. Bailey, what's up, man? How you doing? Yeah, I'm gonna give everybody a few minutes to kind of filter in here, or the folks who do want to filter in. Um, again, this is gonna be a very quick stream, only about I would say somewhere between 10 and 30 minutes. Yeah, we're gonna try and make this one a quick one. It's gonna kind of address some stuff from what do you call it? From Thursday's racing night, because I know a lot of folks were upset with how things played out. So we'll get into some of the details there. Hi everybody, thank y'all for joining. Just gonna be me. Mike's not joining this one. He is hammering away at code. There are no prizes in this stream, so there's no. I mean, you could sign up to the attendance, but I'm not. I'm not. Nobody's getting nothing. This is gonna be a quick one. So this is really just more or less about the conditions and the rules of racing. Going to give folks a few minutes to kind of jump in here. So yeah, but I will take a few questions after the fact, or after I explain things. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. Spin the damn wheel. We ain't spinning no damn wheel, not today. Now, today is more of a State of the Union address as opposed to a happy, have a great day stream. That's not what we're doing today. So, but hopefully, we'll do one later in the week, which, again, I imagine we probably will. But, yeah. So I'll give folks another minute or so. We got about 15 of you in here, which is great because I know you guys spread the word very quickly. I know residency managers are really good about getting the news out to their residents. Yeah, I'll also put something up on the forum here eventually. I just want to make sure that I give folks some time to get in before we kind of announce the plan and tell folks where we're heading. And what we're planning to do. But yeah, so there you go. Wute using this as an opportunity to recruit. There you go. But special thanks to Sabbath too, by the way. He sent me some music, so hopefully we'll have some music, some stuff to play with the wheel when we spin it, and it won't just be me talking it up or talking over the wheel. So every time I press that spin wheel button, it'll be something. Every time we get an exclamation point join, we'll have something. But yeah, so let's see. So I got to get some notes out here because Mike and I have been talking about this literally for the last, I don't know, 2 days, 3 days? Pretty much 3 days. 2 a.m. here in Aussie. Don't expect many of them in here, only the old fast. Oh, that's fine. I'm not expecting very many folks to join. Like I said, I'm just giving people I'm actually giving folks one more minute. If you get in, great. If you don't, then you can rewatch it when I export it to YouTube. Carnival music would go well. I actually have some heavy metal stuff that Sabbath wrote, so we're probably going to use his heavy metal stuff, which is very, very cool and very, very much appreciated by Sabbath. So it's 12:04. We'll get started here at 12:05. Going into everything. Thank you guys again for joining. Thanks for popping in here. But Benny Hill theme music, that would be good. If we didn't get doxxed on live on stream, I would definitely do that. Excuse me. So this is going to be very, very quick, and we're 12:05, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. But ultimately, as most of you know, this is now the third or fourth week in a row where people just haven't followed the rules with, when it comes to the conditions in live racing. So I understand that some of them are mistakes. I get that. We 100%, empathize with that. But when they're egregious, they're egregious, and when it's pretty obvious that someone's circumventing the rules, we're very we're not interested in really entertaining that. So I understand it kind of ruined the prizes for some folks. Uh, this last stream, right? We lost 2 prize horses potentially, which kind of sucks. And we tried to make it right by giving everybody a random Aussie sire share who finished first through fifth. We also upped the credit prizes by 200 credits, so hopefully everybody was happy with that. I also gave you guys an extra 200 for the attendance. So basically, just for jumping in, or not I, but we gave you an extra 200 credits for the attendance. So as far as what we're working on, at least as of right now, the next, we're probably not going to do any streams until we come back from Canada. Or I'm sorry, not streams. Any live racing until we come back from Canada. We will be streaming, but ultimately we're trying to put more safeguards in so that people aren't ruined, or people aren't intentionally. I'm not saying anybody has intentionally done this or if it was accidental or whatever, but we want to make sure that we have safeguards in because we've been operating on the honor system right now, and ultimately it has not worked. So we are putting some safeguards in. Mike's been coding away. I've been coding away. A couple of things that I have in there right now are auto scratches based on entries. So before the races officially close going forward, if you don't meet the actual entry limit requirements, we are going to auto scratch horses in the Twitch races. We are also at a place where there has been well, now that we're sitting here digging in and doing what we're doing, there's going to be more safeguards and more checks and balances put in place, which I'm sure you guys love. So Mike is working on quite a few things. We've also got somewhat of a blacklist created. So if you are an offender, you will be added to a blacklist. And the blacklist, the way that it is going to work is that I have it set up right now, and I haven't talked this over with Mike yet, but the way it's set up currently is that if you basically become an offender, what's going to happen is that we will ban you from entering the races for 4 weeks. At least that's what it's set up to be right now. If you do it a second time, it's 8 weeks. You do it a third time, it's indefinite. You're not going to be able to join the races any longer. We're just going to block you entirely. Additionally, on top of that, because guys, remember, we're doing this for fun. We're doing this to make sure that everybody's having a good time and enjoying themselves in the game. And we're trying to reward the players and make folks want to come back and continue to play and continue to join the streams and whatnot. So there may be additional penalties and sanctions going forward if you're intentionally if we feel like you're intentionally trying to ruin the live racing. Again, a lot of time and effort is put into this stuff on both mine and Mike's side. So to have people come in and either not follow the conditions or not follow the rules and upset the player base the way that it did the last handful of streams, it sucks is the best way to put it. So ultimately, that's kind of where we stand at the moment. Again, we are working towards safeguarding some of this stuff moving forward. Like I said, we are probably going to do a stream this week. There will not be live racing. There's probably not going to be live racing until we get back from Canada on October 5th. So at that point, we feel like we've had enough time to flesh out what we're trying to do. So yeah, but we wanted to come on live and basically put that out there. I know it was like a 5-minute spiel of me saying we're not happy with how things have been. We know the player base isn't happy with how things have been. So we try to come up with these conditions and these challenging race things, not to confuse players, but to make it interesting for you guys, because it didn't really seem like folks were happy with, running the same thing over and over and over again. So we tried to get creative with it, and in getting creative, it seems it's kind of uncovered it's unearthed some folks doing some different things, both that we did find through this the entry side of it, and that we also got in there and started looking at some of the security stuff and found some other things. So yeah, there's a lot of work that's now being done on the back end to kind of reconcile some of these things. So just keep in mind, you may see some changes. You guys may see some different. You may see some changes to the playing experience in the very near future here over the next few weeks. So just keep that in mind. It's all kind of spurred based off of what we found. But yeah, that's kind of it. So I'm gonna end it right there as far as my spiel. I'm gonna turn back to chat here, and if there's any questions, or if anybody has any quick, also happy birthday, Kim. If there's any questions or any concerns, or anybody has comments they'd like to say, I'm going to field those right now. And yeah, we'll go from there. There is no password, by the way. I just didn't turn off the timer. So yeah, I've always fools in it. Yeah, I mean, again, there's always going to be people out there. There's always going to be some folks that try to take advantage of the situation, which we get. But just know that when you guys do stuff like this, I'm going to put it to you this way. So Thursday night, I wasn't feeling good. I told everybody I wasn't feeling good. I had actually already taken Friday off. My goal Friday was to actually code for jockey feedback. I was going to spend the entire day coding jockey feedback. I had already called out of work, wasn't going to go in, wasn't going to do anything. Mainly because I wasn't feeling good, but I figured, you know what? Let me do something I enjoy for the game. I'll sit here, I'll code, I'll do what I'm going to do, and get some stuff out and, start testing and whatever, and give some folks a sneak peek and see what, get some feedback on it. Well, I had to shift gears and did not do anything for jockey feedback on Friday. I actually switched over to auto scratch code. I switched over to doing some other stuff and some other security protocols that Mike was having me look into, and we worked together on this stuff. And Mike's done a shit ton of stuff on his side, but ultimately that's what happens. And the point that I'm making is it shifts our focus when stuff like this happens. Which we would rather be doing the fun stuff. We don't want to be doing the stuff that has to police people. Like if you guys can police yourselves and just have I guess self-control would be the right way to put it, or at least follow the instructions or pay attention, that sort of thing. Like it does wonders for everybody. So again, these are the things that we're trying to avoid, but ultimately that's what happened, right? Is I had to shift gears. So I went away from potentially completing something and getting something another step closer to the player base to now being a step behind. But yeah, so no, get out. You need to start. They didn't do it to win. Oh, even if they did it to even if it was a troll job, again, it's unacceptable. We're not, if it's a troll job, it's that much worse. I'll put it that way. If they did it to win, they did it to win. But ultimately, we'll going forward, if people are taking advantage or doing something like that, we're gonna do a better job of hopefully removing them from our side. And number two, just kind of making penalties and sanctions a little bit more severe. So there is no race. There is no race, guys. Sorry, I just never took the I didn't turn the chat bot off. So if there's no questions, does anybody have any questions? Because otherwise I'm going to get out of here. But if there's no questions, I'm going to leave. If you do have a question, now is the time to get it in. I'll give you about a minute or two to drop questions in the chat. And yeah, and then we'll go from there. So already what, Bazals? One final spin. I am trolling you with the password. I just never turned it off. To be fair, I didn't turn the attendance off either. So, do you need to do assistance in keeping the game clean? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's the goal. Like I said, the racing was supposed to be fun for everybody, and ultimately, after this last stream, I mean, I got murdered with messages, like absolutely murdered. Like you guys have no idea how many messages I got. So I feel like I got more messages than there were people in the stream. That's how crazy it was. There was a lot of people who were upset. Both, messages came in through Discord, came in through the forum, came in through email. Like it was just, yeah, it was a lot. So now we have to basically act, and now we have to do stuff, or now we have to be a little bit more proactive in I guess, enforcing the rules. But anyways, I don't see any questions, so I'm gonna let everybody have the rest of their time back. Let Dur Racing do their stream for the Rumble. So good luck with that, guys. Dingo, Kim, Pascal, Zico, Foxon, and I think I'm missing somebody. 10 Point. Y'all were on the stream. I saw you guys were on the stream when I talked to you guys earlier. So you guys have yourselves a great weekend. Stay tuned for an announcement for the next stream. And we will hopefully see you in the next one. Take care, guys.